It is 11 a.m. Welcome to XING, the land beyond. Thank you so much for joining me here on this channel. I am LuigiFan891, aka Agent P, to some of y'all on the Discord servers. I'm going to be your MC, guiding you through basically the first 30 to 40 minutes of XING, the land beyond. Now let's get started with a few basic informations. XING, the land beyond is a free Roman WASD puzzle adventure game, with most of it is basically solving puzzles. Some of these puzzles are, what am I saying? A lot of these puzzles are extremely logical. This is one of the most logically thinking puzzle games I have played. There are still times where you'll be stumped, but once you figure out what you're supposed to do, you'll realize it's actually quite logical thinking that went behind the puzzle design. It is indeed very creative. So, unless any questions about the game before we begin, just want to go ahead and see if there's anything anyone wants to know in particular. If you want to chat with me, you can do so in the chat box. It's on the right side of your screen. You need to be a member. You have to have an account on twitch.tv in order to comment, though. Otherwise, I won't be able to see your comments. Comments from people will also be appearing on stream. So when you see the little notification in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen showing that a new chat message has popped up, that's basically indicating when that message has reached me. Because of the stream delay, chat messages are not instantaneous, so there might be a few minutes of delay between you sending a message and me seeing and responding to it. That's basically the end of housekeeping, so there's no questions, which it looks like there are not. We have 4 lovely viewers in the audience today. That is a huge increase from my average of 0 to 2. Let's go ahead and get going. Hopefully there won't be any technical difficulties. Now, someone did mention that they wanted me to go over the settings, and there's a lot of settings in here. So we're gonna go ahead and start with graphics. Under graphics, there's even more. Display settings basically lets you change your resolution, which I'm surprised it's set to that, because that's not what that is not what the thing is actually outputting at. I might have to change that later. You can do windowed mode, full screen, borderless, or windowed. I recommend full screen because windowed mode is kind of broken. Yeah. You can change the limit of the frame rate. I'm gonna leave it unlimited. Your field of view set to 90 as default. That's good enough for me. I have no, the screen resolution scale is set to 100%. VSync is on, and you can sharpen if you so desire. Post-processing is basically all this. Bloom quality, material quality, shadow quality, SSAO quality, AA quality, and font quality. I have them all set to ultra currently. And detail level, you can set the detail of the graphics. I have them set to ultra. I might need to change a few settings in here to get this to stream correctly, because it looks like there's some frame rate issues. The FPS here at the top will let you know what your current settings have on effect of the frame rate. I'll back you up. Display settings, I'm going to just go one more time. This is what you can change it to either higher or lower. Might want to dumb that down a bit, but for now, we're going to assume we're all okay. Audio settings, you can change the audio levels. They're all set to max for me. The game settings, you can invert the Y-axis, you can change mouse sensitivity, you can change controller sensitivity, and you can turn jump assist on and off. Jump assist basically shows you where you can jump. And actually, I might play with a controller. I have one in my drawer down here, but we'll see. And then VR settings it's not applicable for you or me, really, unless you have a virtual reality headset. I would name off a few examples, but I don't know them. So, that's all you need to see in there. That's all the settings, really, so if we're all good so far, we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna open slot B. And at the beginning of the game, you get to choose one of these creatures. That's lovely. I'm going to go ahead and select Fearless is mine, just to differentiate from slot A, and we're gonna hit confirm. And if all is said and done, which it is, let's go ahead and play. We got us into the game pretty quickly. Ooh, there's a little slowdown, but that's okay. It's basically saying you use WASD to walk. I forget what the button is to run. I think it's shift. You can't do anything with that. I think I just spun in a circle. Yep. So we have no choice but to kind of head this way. And see what we can see in this new world. Shift is to run. Yeah, I'll hold shift though. Spacebar to jump, as I just told you right there. Let the game make itself. You can press Z to zoom. I personally never really found that beneficial, so you don't really need to do that if you don't want to. Welcome to Zenith. This is the equivalent of the hub world. Go ahead and pick that up by hitting the left mouse button. And we're going to go ahead and drop it over here in this pond by throwing it with the right mouse button. God. Hello again, old friend. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your guardian and the only living thing in this place. You exist now on a higher plane, a zenith of worlds. But worry not, in death you have much still to do, and I shall be there to help guide you through the scattered pools rooted in the ground. Now go forth on flowing tides towards its solid point, an idyllic oasis among treacherous oceans, and discover what it means to be alone again. Thank you, God. And since it's Halloween, I just realized we have Halloween items. Woo! I don't care. Oh, it doesn't break. It just bounces away. Alrighty then. So, first things first, we gotta enter that little shiny thing. But we're gonna go over this right here. Is a death without legacy, something to be feared. Those little orbs right there are advice orbs. They will either point you in the right direction for a puzzle, they'll give you really good life advice, or they'll just mock you. One of the three. Let's go ahead and get into this shiny little thing right here. And let's go forward and hit this button. And we're gonna shatter the stained glass window. Go inside the darkness. Can we go in more game? Off to a great start. They should be activating a cutscene now. There it goes. That was weird. Welcome to the first area, otherwise known as Exalted Point. Now then, let's get into the main gimmick of this game, which is there's a story. And they're on these little tablets scattered around the world. And you get to listen to someone read them.
We were a small nomadic tribe. On these islands, we learned to thrive. We lived in harmony with the land, a people of the sea and sand.
Listen to all those in every area and you'll get an achievement. I don't think they're necessary for progress, but I don't know. Well, there's a second one already.
Scouting atop the waves one day, a looming storm swept us astray. We screamed and gasped to stay alive, but in the end, only I survived.
Alrighty, and now, to progress and get more lovely story bits and other stuff, we have to solve puzzles. For example, we have a little stands over here, and you can see in the silhouette they want something. Oh look! That something just so happens to be laying right next to us, because this is the tutorial stage. They're going to make it easy for us. Doing that, we'll activate a chest over there. Let's go grab it. Grab it, grab it, grab. And boom, baby! First area, well, kind of done. There's 4 segments to each area. Once you complete one, you can move on through the giant door to the next. And away we go. Let's listen to some more story.
For days, I tried to leave this place. On planks of wood I tightly laced. But every time, as if on cue, a terrifying storm would brew, and darkened skies began to crack as the restless tides drew me back.
Alright, got some music. There's another advice orb, and let's see what this one says. Some do their best thinking at night. That's actually a hint for what we're supposed to do next. Let's go ahead and rotate that way. Oh, yeah! And now it's time to explain something kind of annoying about this game. Well, not really annoying, but it's a nice feature that leads to a lot of bonus content. You see that rune that's over there? That is a collectible. Let me see if I can show progress. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 runes per area. You collect them all, and then when you get back to the hub world, you can use them to unlock bonus areas. Basically, it's a bonus story, and then they'll give you an item that I honestly never figured out what it does. But yeah, if you want to get those collectibles, you gotta do it now, because once you complete an area, you're gonna have to play the area all over again in order to get back to where those collectibles are missed. I found out the hard way.
Not long after my crash at sea, a sickness crept up over me. A pain which I'd never known. The thought that I would die alone.
Alrighty, now then, let's get this next advice orb and see what it says. Those who explore are often rewarded. Hint, hint, keep walking this way and you'll find... it's a door with a hand. Press the hand, the door goes down. And in here, I think it just gives you another advice orb, and then there's an item somewhere in here. Golden fruit grows nearby. I believe it's used. We can take this. No, it's not really gold. It's more like a brown with a green top. And we can go ahead and dump it right here in this doohickey, which requires a pineapple. That will open the gate. And let's continue exploring around here a little bit. There's nothing really to see except an advice orb across the sea. The advice orb says, there is no courage without fear. Alrighty, now let's see here. Someone in the chat said this may have been influenced by the witness a little. I can see where you're coming from, especially with the story that it's telling through the form of these thingies, but it might not. That may be the only part it's influenced, because I've not played The Witness, but is it a puzzle game or is it a walking simulator? There's a difference. This is a puzzle game, there's puzzles. A walking simulator, you just walk around and listen to story.
Hanging alone in the sky, a fate shared by the moon and I, a circle round and glowing bright amidst the stars. my guiding light.
Alrighty then. Let's continue forward. Well, forward and upward, I guess. In this thing we have... It's a moon charm. And we put the moon charm in the little thing that wants a moon charm. It'll activate the first gimmick of the game. These things will change day to night and night to day when you stand on it. For example, it's night. And now you can progress that way. However, you remember that hint we saw a while back that said, our best thinking is done at night. Now that it's night, you see that 2 of those stones have popped up right here, whoop-de-doo, and we can walk back this way. And by walking this way, if we walk back up here to this little pedestal, we can hit that, it flips that, and now we formed a pathway. We can get our first collectible. The water's not supposed to do that. Yay, glitches. Let's just go ahead and jump. Oh yeah, and if you jump, you die. Or miss your jump, excuse me. If you miss your jump, you die. The jumping's not very forgiving in this game, so you gotta be, like, super precise in your jumping. There you go, and there you go. First rune is gonna be logged right there, and I'm just gonna jump in the water because I think it'll teleport me back. Yeah, it will. Alrighty, cool. Now, to climb across that again. Oh wait, we better spin this back normal so we can actually get back to where it's supposed to be. Spin back to normal. And now we can progress with the area. Next up. Through the door of hope. Alrighty then. Let's see what this has to say.
One night a voice was in the air. It beckoned me. Do not despair. With hope restored, I carried on, fighting to live for another dawn.
Alrighty, and now we're into the next part of this. It's a day-night kind of puzzle. Day-night things have appeared. You must make your own path. Hint, hint. Use this button to spin the tiles to make a path. Like that. Now, the purple ones only rotate when it's night. The yellow ones only rotate when it's day. So in order to get the path to form correctly, we're going to need to switch back and forth between night and day. So let's turn to day, and now the day tiles will spin. And now we formed a path. We need to get to that story piece you're probably saying, so that's simple enough. We'll just do that, and we'll read it. Story says,
I resolved to make my way, to travel forth both night and day, using these giant walls of stone to scratch a living on my own.
Alrighty then. Now that we've done that, we can actually make the path correctly. There you go. While I'm crossing, does anyone want me to go over how to play this with a controller? Because if you do, I can quickly plug in my controller and show you how to play with that. Otherwise, just use your keyboard and you're good. I'm not about to demonstrate the VR in this because I don't have a VR headset to start with. That'd be pretty hard. Alrighty. Next hint of the game. A fire may lift your spirit. Hint, hint. Fire burns. We gotta get through this gate right here, but there's brambles on it. So we need to burn it away. How do we do that, you ask? Well, let's find out. But first, let's listen to the story.
If chance my people traveled near, the fires I built would guide them here. Though I was sick, I watched the tide. The ocean seemed forever wide.
Very well then. And now let's climb up here, and you can take... Oh, the game's gonna auto-make a fire for us. Oh, wait, no. It's just gonna stand up, but we gotta actually click to make the fire happen. The dots on top of the stone indicate how far you are in the chapter. Yes, that's correct. Alternatively, you can hit escape to open the menu, and you can hit progress, and it will show you how far you are in the chapter. We're almost halfway done, actually, believe it or not. Let's go ahead and try and light one of these on fire. There you go. And we'll jump down. Ah, we're fine. We'll jump down and go light this on fire over here. Boom. Those things will burn like that, and the gate will fall over. Now, if memory serves, we want to take our friend Fire with us and walk over here. Because there's a fire. Throw it in. Boom. Whoa! I'm actually standing on nothing, but the hitbox carried me up. That's not supposed to happen. Alrighty. Let's listen to this story.
Giant heads of men of old sticking out of sands of gold. Their faces keep me company, an endless gaze towards endless sea.
Alrighty. What's this say? Moonlight shows the way. Hint, hint. Let's turn night to day. Never mind. Good state. That's the way on for progress. However, if memory serves, which it sometimes doesn't, let's turn it to night real quickly, because if we turn it to night, we'll get to go a different way. Which we'll want to, if you're trying to go for collectibles, you're going to want to do that. These jumping stones are a little tricky, so it might take a few tries to get across this lake, or river, whatever it's called. There we are. And let's see here. We need to rotate that. But the rotating thing is all the way up there, so I came this way for nothing. Awesome. We'll go ahead and walk our way back now that this path has been made. And we'll take the right path, which is this fire path. The fire path was made when you lit the fire with whatever was your source of fire. You can light pretty much everything on fire in this game, which is nice. You don't have to track down like a torch or something. Like this, I could probably light on fire. I'm just gonna let it fall in the water. And that's right there is the chest for progress. We don't want to take the chest for progress yet. I knew I needed fire for something, and well and behold, it's that. Hang on. Let's backtrack a little bit. It's easy backtracking right now. Backtracking will get harder later. Backtracking is not fun in general, to be fair. There we go. Burn you. And progress. Check something. That one should be... Nah, I gotta need to rotate, I think. Drop that. Rotate it that way. Now we need daytime to come. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of a really roundabout way to do this. So, yeah. Here's what we gotta do. We gotta go walk the walk again. This game has some pretty long-winded puzzles, and this isn't even a main puzzle. We're doing a bonus puzzle right now to unlock that cave there, which has a collectible in it, which you want to collect. Let's go ahead and turn daytime. Turn the daytime on. Yes, the first chapter is easier than the rest because it's the first chapter. That being said, there's a bit of a difficulty spike as we get later in the chapter, so it does get harder to figure out. In fact, after the halfway point, I had to refer to the guide to figure out what I was to do because I got lost. But oh well. The last chapter in particular is incredibly annoying, but if you can solve it, it's incredibly satisfying. Take my word for it. Anyway, let's go ahead and cross this right here. We want night, dang it. Well, good thing the night switcher's right over here. The first part of the game, honestly, is easier in itself. Like, Chapter 1 and a little bit of Chapter 2 are fairly easy. Chapters 3 and 4 are a bit more difficult. And then Chapter 5, which is the final area, oh my gosh, that took like 2 to 3 hours, I think. I might be exaggerating a little bit. Anyway, if you care about the runes, there's your second one. That's the only reason we solved all that ordeal. And now let's actually do some progress. Let's go back to that. You remember that chest we saw up on the cliff over here? That chest has the halfway point key. Key to the big door of hope. Very careful, because if you fall off, you gotta climb the whole thing again. And here we are. Alright, second piece of the door of hope. Go ahead and throw that in. And now we've done that, we've actually reached the halfway point of Chapter 1. It's been about 20 minutes since we actually started actively playing the game. So let's keep going, I guess. If y'all seen enough, stop me and I won't show you anymore. But for the time being, I'm just gonna keep going. I know what I'm doing, so... I don't know if jumping is easier with a controller versus a keyboard. I just got a controller 2 days ago, so... I completed this game playing the keyboard instead. I don't know if it's any easier, because for the keyboard, you're hitting the space bar. For the controller, you would be hitting the A button. Yeah, we can find out, I guess. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's pick up the controller real quickly. Plug it in and hope that it will be compatible, like, register. I'm not sure if the game will register that I'm plugging in a controller. That, and I plugged into a different USB port last time I used it, so it might not register the driver. Let's find out. Plug the controller in. I said plug the controller in. There we go. It's gonna take a little while to register. There we go. Playing might actually be a bit more interesting with the controller, so since people want to know about the controller, we'll go ahead and go over the controls. Awesome. The controller registered it first, and now it's going all cuckoo on me. Fun. Start. I don't know. Ah well. Yeah, I probably did not choose the right time to register a controller, because we're in the middle of a game, and you kind of need to set it up correctly in order for it to work. It worked for like a split second, and then it gave up. Decided to give up on life. But yeah, for the controller, I believe the controls are... your left stick is for movement, the right stick controls the camera angle, A is to jump, and I'm pretty sure one of the triggers does the boost, the running. I'll have to test the controller on my own time. I did not think it would be a question that came up, but oh well. Spacebar is pretty responsive though. I'm gonna plug the mouse back in and we'll get back to this. Advice orb says, light a torch. Ahead you will rise. And I'm gonna turn it to daytime so I can see a bit better. Nighttime is it's an interesting beast, I'll say that much. Oh look, story! Let's see what the story says.
This cave gave shelter from a storm, while fires I lit did keep me warm. 10 burning flames to give me light, all alone in the night.
Oh, put that down. Yeah, no problem for trying to get the controller to work. I believe you really need to start the game with the controller plugged in. Otherwise, it just goes cuckoo like you saw right there. Alrighty, now we need a source of fire. We have the fire right there, and we need something to throw. Or hold. Something like that. This coconut will do. Let's go light it on fire in the fire. Come on. There you go. And now we just need to go around and light torches. Each torch you light will lift up another part of the area. Because we're trying to get across this lake. You can't swim in this game, which means you have to make platforms for everything. Some platforms are controlled by the light of the torch. Others need night. Go ahead and do that. Do that. I think there's one more. Hidden. Hiding? Nope, okay. Let's go ahead and turn it to night. And now these will light up. And we can jump. And jump. And see if I can actually make this jump. I've not made it in the past. And jump! No! This jump is a hard one to make. It took me several tries. Jump! Okay, we on the second try that time at least. And I'm gonna put you down for a minute. Hopefully you don't roll away. And here we have little bobblehead dude. Alright, let's take little bobblehead dude and slap him right over here. I'll make a night and day thing appear up there. You still need the torch though, so I'm going to light, because I highly doubt I've lit 10 torches already. There we go, get the fire thing back. Now here's the problem, we have to get back. There we go, and there we go! And now we climb! 1 a climber, 2 a climber, 3 a climber, watch out for the water, 4 a climber, 5 a climber, and we made it! And let me see here. There's 1 stone lit. There's 2 stones lit. Let's go ahead and go light this thing that's out in the water. You can walk... Oh, you can't walk on that water. But you can walk on these rocks right here. Go ahead and turn that on. And we're gonna need to turn it to day, I think. Let's do that. Turn to day! And there you go. Now we can climb that. 1 a climber, 2 a climber, 3 a climber, 4, 5. We made it! Alrighty, now, let's progress. We're gonna go through some water, which means our fire's gonna be put out. Goodbye, Rocky, you're useless to me now. Alrighty. Ruins can become a stone base for new beginnings. That's not so much a hint as it is just good life advice, so.
Atop the cliffs and on the ground, these ruins scattered all around. The remnants of those long past gone. Perhaps they died, or just moved on.
Alrighty. Now before we begin progress, you're gonna want to go that way. There's an advice orb over here we can read. The advice orb says, shells replenish on the shore. And if you go around this way, you'll be rewarded for your ideas to explore with a rune. Rune number 3. Halfway done with the runes now. Awesome. Now on to what we're actually supposed to do in this area. This actually took me a little bit to figure out on my own time, but what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to pay attention to the story. I did not catch that the first time, so pay attention to the story. In particular, this story right here.
I gathered objects for support, sticks and stones to aid my fort, coconuts from the nearby trees, and shells to put my heart at ease, together with the sharpest black, to cut and shape all I brought back.
Remember those objects she mentioned: stick, stone, coconut, and shells. If memory serves, we also need some, like, darkest, sharpest black, so find a blade. And then we gotta throw them on these little things right here. They won't tell you if you're... Well, I said we'll tell you if you're wrong. So we have a coconut. We have a shell. We have a stick. Over there. There you go. And let's see, shell. Rock. We need a rock. It's a shell. I wonder if you'll count. Let's see if you'll count. Nope, okay. Let me read that again. Sticks and stones, coconuts and shells. So yeah, we need a rock. Here's a rock. Hello, Rocky. In! There you go. All the fire comes on. The light disperses. Now, you see that rune back there? You'll find the object you need to use to open this rune later. However, you'll be so engrossed in the current puzzle that you're solving that you're gonna forget to come back here. Don't forget to come back here. Not to mention getting back here is a pain. So let's take this stick, light it up, and head on. Bro! Oh yeah, I guess I should point this out controls-wise. If you hold the right mouse button before you throw, there'll be a little blue aiming thingy. You can helpful with aiming. I know it helps. Later on, it'll help you with aiming. In fact, later on this chapter might even help you. For now, let's go ahead and make a bridge. It's gotta be that way. And then we'll switch to night. This puzzle solution I don't actually remember, so let's see. I want to say that's the way. No, that can't be the way. Like that. That. Hang on, I'm gonna turn to day real quickly. There we go. I think. Yeah, that's good. Now switch to night. Spin it. There you go. Long, pointless, kind of abstract thing there. Turn into day. And let's walk the path. Walk the walk. The player character will walk the walk while I talk the talk as your guide through this. Alrighty, now we're here. I'm gonna hit this button and woo! Rotation. And that will get us the correct path to go off. Oh look, it's story time.
At nights, I listened now and then, just to hear the voice again, singing above the ocean roar and closer than the night before.
Alrighty. Whoops, backing up. Don't back up. That's not fun. Take a look here. Aha! You remember that item back that I said don't forget? The item's here. Now here's the problem. You can't go back the way you came because the puzzle's kind of janked up right now. You throw that coconut at it, but it will just end up in you janking it up more, unfortunately. I tried on my own time, but there's actually an easier way to get across. First, let's turn to night. And I'm gonna take you. Light it. Whoop, better jump. Okay, good. I thought I was about to fall. Take that. And take it all the way over here and light these two torches. Like that. Like that. That'll form a way for you to get across. Now, let's go look at the advice orb and see what it says. The fish look hungry. Well, we'll feed the fish in a minute. Right now, we are going to go back and get that item. The arrowhead is what it's officially called. And we're going to take it back to that gate that needed it over in the area just before this. And it'll get us our 4th rune of the chapter. I call it areas. Chapters, areas, same thing, I think. Are those low enough for me to, or like high enough for me to actually cross? Or are you gonna make me turn? They look fine. We'll do it. We can do it. We can make this. There we go. Let me see here. Now we go this way. And slap it into place. Boom, baby. There's your next rune. That's 4 of the 6 in the area. Let's go ahead and get back to where we're supposed to be. It's time to feed the fishes! Or fish, that's a rock. They're not going on a rock. Here we are. Let's see here. Let's feed the fishes. Let's feed one on fire, because if you feed one on fire, it's actually kind of cool looking. If this is even food. Yep, it burns. You don't need to make that really cool fire animation appear. Just feed the fish. And you're good. The fire thing is really cool to see, though. I can't... Aw, dang it, too high. Alright, I'm gonna move a little closer now. There you go. So you can grab that one and throw it in here. There you go. Cross the fishes. And we'll get the next piece of progress. Meaning we've reached the 3/4 point of the chapter. It's been 41 minutes. Do y'all want me to keep going? Or is this all game you need to see? I'm game for keeping going. But I'm not sure how much you want to see. Here, go ahead and open the door. There you go. And continue on through. And now this is where things start getting a bit tricky. This puzzle took me a while to figure out when I played the first time. Time is not on anyone's side, speaking of time. And speaking of time, it's a time puzzle. In a way, we gotta control some clock hands. So, yeah. Well, first let's listen to the story.
I spied a cave beyond the splashing waves below, ever crashing, and begged the moon to give me time, the strength to make this one last climb.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and turn it to daytime so I can see a bit better. It's amazing how much better the daytime is from the night. Sometimes you have no choice but to do night though. Let's hit this blue button right here and... clock hands have appeared out of nowhere. Now here's how this puzzle works. The mechanics are kind of interesting. Yeah, I heard time puzzle. Well, here comes time puzzle. What you need to do for this one is... you've got to... get this time thing to switch. You do that by hitting these little clock pieces right here. Now, here's the catch. The clock pieces are linked to times a day. So, we just hit that button down there. It's a night symbol. And if we get... where is it? Get on this thing... it'll flip the time hand. It should flip the time hands. It didn't there for some stupid reason. Hang on a minute. Do that. Do that. Come on, flip. Thank you. Now you see the hands are flipping a bit. There you go. Making a straight path across. And then we can cross. We've made it to over here. And we want to make it over there. So, what hands are in our position to do that? Not you. Hang on. It better be the one up here. There's not one up here. Oh, let's read the story.
Day to night, and night to day, I knew I had to find a way to meet the woman kept inside, her voice acting as my guide.
As your guide. Okay. Now, we need to get daytime. Let's see here. I think the daytime one to flip that direction is over here somewhere. Look. I'm probably wrong. Let's see here. There it is. Yep, we want to turn that one on. Get to the other side of the world. And flip. Time. I'm assuming the crying faces are either because none of your friends left or because this looks quite complicated, which, to be fair, it is. This is a pretty complicated puzzle, and they only get more complicated from here. So, if you're not one for complicated puzzles, you might not want to try this game. Ah! We fell to our death. Don't worry, there's no penalty for dying. It will just spawn you back up at the place where you fell. We're over here now. Now this part's a little tricky. One, because we're trying to get collectible now, and two, well, you'll see too. A golden rune lies across the way. Yeah, we see that game. Now then, we're going to go ahead and press this button, which kind of focuses them both in that general direction. And now we're gonna flip time twice. Let's get on here. Flip time once. Woo! It's nighttime. Flip time twice. It's day again. Now that it's day, let's hop onto these clock hands right here and walk out onto this little spinner thing right here. We're gonna cross and come into this super secret hidden area. Hit the button. That will give you easy access to the other side now. I did not figure it out for a long time, so that got on my nerves. Cool. Now then, to get that guy over there. Let me see here. I do believe one of the timepieces on this side of the world is one of the ones we need. I'm probably wrong though. That's the one to get across. We'll do that in a moment. This one. Come on, game. Thank you. That's for across. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit this one. And then we're going to need to change time twice. Let's see what the night options are. Oh, there's no night options over here. Brilliant! Alrighty. Let's swap time twice. That's once. That's twice. Now let's go ahead and cross. Can I make that jump from here? No, there's no way I can make that jump. I'm not even gonna try. Now that we're over here, we're going to hit... Really gonna hit that button? Okay, we'll hit that button. And then we're gonna go all the way back. 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 The night one should will be set, so we just need to turn this guy to night. There it goes. Boom, baby. Now we just need to cross back to your side. A pain if you incorrectly rotate that like I did on my first time. Cross over this bridge and go over here. And over here, let's see what we can do over here. Over here, we're going to flip this button. Which is the night one for that. Whew, we have an ordeal. This is really like kind of... I didn't realize how like complicated this process was. Alrighty, now we did that. Now we go all the way back over here. Come on, game. Thank you. And we're gonna need to swap time twice again. That's once. And we're going to hit it again. The announcement on Scenescape at 1 o'clock. Oh, that means I have 12 minutes to finish this chapter then. Okay. I'll do my best to get done by then. If I'm not done like a couple minutes before 1 o'clock, I'll go ahead and just end the stream. There's rune number 5. Now let's actually try and get across. Let's go ahead and turn this to day. Crossing, 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 crossing. What we want to do is we want to get over there when it's night. But the only way to get across was when it was day. So we have to look at some of these. No, not you. That one's across. Was that actually the one I wanted? No, that one's gonna... It's actually gonna make things weird. Let's see here. I am beginning to forget what we're supposed to do. Let's see here. here. What we need to do is we need to get a path across to there when it's nighttime. I mentioned that already, I think, so. Let's look around and see what the other options are. I honestly don't remember this part of the puzzle. Let's see here. That will do the trick for daytime, but we need it to be nighttime. That's the problem. This is also... That one's not quite right. Not quite right. I can't talk. Alrighty. That's a weird one. Let's see, I need a night one. Night one. Where are the night ones? There it is. Aha! Here's what we need to do. Hit this one. Now let's go back. Backity, backity, back. Back. Yes, this is quite a beautiful game. And let me tell you, this is not set at the full capacity of graphics. If I had set this to the 4K res, which I can't do because it would mess up my stream, it would look even more stunning. But this is even at the dumbed down res, it looks quite amazing. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and cross this bridge now, one last time, because we now made it over here in the night mode, so we can finally reach the end of chapter 1. There's a lot more game after this. And over here we have story.
Here, the origin of the call. I found there was no one at all. Just the wind whistling through empty walls.
Put that down. There's an advice orb over here. We often see what we wish to see and hear what we wish to hear. We missed a very beautiful cutscene that was basically showing the chest. And boom, my baby! There's the last door piece. Let's go place it in place. Whoops. Whoop, hang on. In there. Thank you. Alrighty. Now we're here. And really at this point, I'm gonna let the game do the talking.
Something was different about this place. The salty breeze caressed my face. It felt as though I was already home, as I buried my feet in the sandy foam. For I was bound to love this land. So here I died, in a blanket of sand.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the entirety of the first chapter of the game. Now we're going to be transported back to the hub world. And we'll see what God has to say. Come on. Thank you. Go. We'll take you. Pumpkin spawn back there, I see. Welcome back, old friend! This bowl holds all the crystals I've preserved over my many years looking after this place. When a human life passes from the world to the living, I capture the life energy in these crystals to preserve it. Unfortunately, there are several lives I have failed to capture, and their time is reaching its end. I can feel everything fading. You must seek the shaman of the Holy Rain, for he will teach you about love and duty in between the raindrops and ruins. Boom, baby. Alrighty. Now, it's time for the rest of the game. It's basically rinse and repeat. We're not really like a boring puzzle rinse and repeating, but... Oh, sweet. Only the knife knows what goes on the heart of the pumpkin. I didn't know that would happen when you throw that in. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's... The next area will basically be more of the same. We're going to be solving pretty difficult puzzles, finding advice orbs, and collecting runes. Those runes are for that gate area back there, which you can go into once you collect at least one rune. And then collect more runes to unlock special little stories. That's not essential to the main game, but if you are a collectibles person and a completist, you will enjoy it. We got about 4 minutes before that announcement on Scenescape, so any final questions before we end things off? Besides the fact that we need to give that rock guy an Oscar. Oh, you're very much welcome. Yeah, I typically do a Thursday live stream at 2 o'clock Eastern, but I didn't do it last week, so I missed it. I'll do it again tomorrow. I might even do some today. I might keep streaming. Not exactly this game, but we'll see what happens. I would definitely I would love to play another game for y'all, so if you ever want me to host a stream again, just let me know. I have a nice catalog of Steam games that I can play for y'all. But yeah, that's the gist of Xing: The Land Beyond. I do appreciate y'all actually wanting me to play this, because I'm going to be doing a Let's Play for this game in the future, and getting to come back through this a second time, kind of help refresh my memory of some stuff to do in the first area, which will be helpful. It also shows me that I'll probably need to do the first area in 2 parts, since it's almost took an hour. So, anyone else need any questions, comments, complaints? Nothing? Cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and close the game then. I'm going to also go ahead and we're gonna let you look at a slideshow. Cool. Yeah, you're gonna need help. Oh, controller settings open. That's why everything got wonky. Alrighty, fine. Alrighty. Cool. We're gonna go ahead and, yeah, we're gonna switch it to that. And yeah, feel free to stick around. I'm gonna continue streaming here. After I take a break. Gotta take a quick break. I can't do this forever. I am human. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Feel free to stick around if you want. I'm not forcing you to. In about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, we shall resume with week 4 of... Is it week 4? Maybe week 5 of Regency Solitaire Redux. Y'all probably don't know what that is. That's just a series I'm doing on my channel right now. No need to stay. Y'all are free to go. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope to see y'all in another stream sometime. Take care. God bless.